Don't you fucking dare win one. Just because I'm not live here doesn't mean I don't have an eye on the chat. You think you can just do that shit? You forget I have a phone that can check out the things. AfroFluff is always watching. Exactly, I'm like Santa. My afro tingles whenever it feels something's off. It's like a spider sense type of deal. I was in the bathroom and suddenly my afro was like, and I was like, "What's wrong, boy?" Is it a chat? And then I would just check my phone. Checking your chat as you go to the toilet is definitely worth giving you establishing remarks. So you don't know if I checked it by the toilet or if I checked it before going to the toilet or after going to the toilet. You don't know if I was done the first 30 seconds or not. You have no idea. All you saw was a be right back screen and a muted microphone. You don't know what I did behind all that screen. I could have murdered somebody. You don't know. King's Cave. Alright. Save. Change to neutralize on the 05 review. Due to the public nature of -2 and the rarity/safe nature of -1, SB1777 is for the most part uncontained. Side E13 is to remain staffed at all times. Remote surveillance of -2 to occur on a 24-hour basis. Should -1 make an appearance to a visitor, site staff are to record any commentary made, then dispatch a team which is to include 2 security members dressed as tour guides, and 1 dressed so as to resemble -1. Suggested cover story is that the agent is so dressed is a reenactor with a local troupe and was playing a role. Should the visitor be disinclined to believe the cover story, use of stun guns and amnestics is approved. Researchers are encouraged not to attempt interaction with -2. -1 is an apparent spectre. We had like 3 SCPs that had to do with ghosts. That is known to appear within -2. It manifests as a 2-meter tall male human dressed from head to toe in rusty plate armor of a variety common in England during the 15th century. Several simple markings are scratched into the armor. The same symbols which appear inside -2 clasped in its hands is a cross, here the long sword approximately 1.5 meters long, bearing a double fuller stout blade. I'm so sorry, I'm burping so much. The word veritas. Hey. You know that word. No, it's spelled different in that game. Never mind. The word veritas has been carved across the hilt. It has so far proven impossible to touch -1 in any way. Truth. -2 is the natural structure known as King's Cave on Arran Island in Scotland. The main inner pillar is carved with many symbols, including a man holding what appears to be a bow over his head, and another that seems to depict a sword. Testing has proven anything carved on this column will show up on the armor of -1 when it appears. Okay, so Veritas must have been carved in the column then. No, it's on the hilt. Never mind. -1 appears to be triggered by the presence of any direct descendant of any of the kings of England. Well, that's one way to find out your family history. You walk into a cave, suddenly -1's just like, this does not extend to descendants of queens. When such a person enters -2, -1 appears and seems to study them for a moment. It will then speak in what has been identified as a dialect of Latin, pur de insert ancestor's king's name, es non tempus, before vanishing. Child of, it is not your time. When is my time? When is my time? When is my time? It is unsure as why this is done, but whenever possible, known as descendants but whenever possible, known descendants of kings are kept away from -2. Per Tamlin Operation Protocol, see Operation Escalation Preliminary Research into Human Triggered Escalation of Operation Hostility. What the... by Tamlin et al. For additional examples. Why is this both highlighted? Ah, okay, we have... Yeah, okay, see. Gotcha, okay. That one has so far never been wrong in its determination of lineage. What if it has been wrong? Then what? Addendum 1. On the 3rd, 24th, 2006, D86701, a descendant of Swain Forkbeard, was brought into -2. Upon the appearance of -1, senior researcher Janus attempted to interview it. He continuously interrupted it for several minutes, causing -1 to stay manifested for longer than it ever had before. At this point, -1 interacted with its environment for the first time, backhanding the researcher, breaking his jaw. It spoke the following words in Latin: Stultus bestia relinquere me ad meum munus. I wonder if my stepdad could read this, because he studied Latin back then. Foolish beast, leave me to my task. It then finished its statement to D86701 and vanished. Since this event, -1 has failed to materialize whenever a Foundation researcher or other operative has accompanied a prospective visitor. Interesting. Did you guys break him at day 1? Well, not day 1. Probably a couple like tests have been done before this. Addendum 2. On the 7th, 12th, 2011, a visitor later identified as Bernard Scrivens, 23 of Sussex, England, made his way into -2. No staff are currently on site, but were watching the video feeds. -1 appeared as normal, but instead of speaking, it handed its sword to Scrivens and left. A team was dispatched to contain the site and determine what had happened. Upon arrival, the team was attacked by the man. Although non-lethal force was used, the stun guns triggered a heart attack in Scrivens, I don't know how to say that last name. Scrivens, I guess? Which led to his death. At this point, -1 reappeared and spoke, Requiesca in pace, Arturus, rest in peace, of course. Sic finit Camelot. -1 has not appeared since this incident. Rest in peace, Arthur, so ends. Oh! So Bernard Scrivens was a descendant of King Arthur. Okay, the sword is awaiting classification pending determination of anomalous property. Is this... Oh, what is the guy called? What's the fucking guy called that King Arthur was like... It's like, hey, take my sword and give it back to the Lady of the Lake, and that way you can like... That way you end my suffering and end my me ruling over this kingdom and all that stuff. And then the guy was like, I can't do it. I can't, and I don't want to lose you. And the King Arthur's like, you fucking... you... What? You had one task. Is this that guy? Is this the same guy? And now he's holding onto the sword, trying to find somebody to give Excalibur to? Because that's what it sounds like. That's what it sounds like to me. And that's why it's called the King's Cave. Okay, yeah. I mean, the King's Cave because of course the descendant of the king and blah 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 blah, all that stuff. Yeah, but yeah. Man knows it. I know what you're talking about, but I can't remember his name either. Yeah, my friend Alex knows his name. It's not Mordred. That's the son of Arthur who betrayed him. It's not Lancelot because that's the other guy that betrayed him and was like, I want your wife's heart, and Arthur. What's his name? Sorry. It's gonna bother me because I love mythology and urban legends and all that stuff, so I should know this, but the fact that that guy's name completely escaped my mind. Does it start with a G?